So I got to ask now, are we the old grumpy Gen X? I mean, remember when we were the generation that had to grow up too fast? You know, of course, the latchkey kids. We were the ones who fended for ourselves while our parents were out working, where they were just plain not around. We were the first to embrace independence at a young age because we were forced to navigate a world that did not seem to care about us, if we were ready or not. We were the survivors, but at what cost? We grew up in that world that didn't wait for us to catch up. I mean, so we had to be really resilient and resourceful and tough. We often learned life's harshest lessons long before even hitting puberty. I mean, between the Cold War, economic recessions, and this rapidly changing technological landscape that we lived in was just unreal. I mean, these were just part of the background noise of our childhoods. And when we hit our 30s, what did we do? We regressed. That's right, we regressed. We clung to the nostalgia of our youth like a life raft in a sea of adult responsibilities. We embraced the resurgence of the 80s music, old school video games, and movies from our childhood as if they could somehow transport us back to that simpler time. But deep down, we knew that we were just trying to reclaim a piece of something we lost too soon, our youth. So now here we are. We're crossing that threshold into our 50s. And I have to ask, are we the old, grumpy generation now? Have we become the very people we used to roll our eyes at? The ones who scoff at the younger generations, who long for the good old days when things made sense. I mean, maybe, but can you really blame us? We were that generation that grew up fast and then tried to slow down when it was already too late. We saw the world change in ways we never imagined, some for the better, some for the worse. And we're not just grumpy, we are tired. We are tired of the constant shifts, the never-ending cycles of new trends, technologies, that are starting to make us feel out of touch. We're the generation that's been on the go since day one. And maybe, just maybe, we've earned that right to be just a little bit grumpy. But here's the thing. Being grumpy doesn't mean we've lost our edge. It doesn't mean we've lost our spirit. We might complain about the latest fads. We might grumble about how things used to be. But we're still here, still kicking, still fighting in our way. We've seen it all, we've been through it all, and we are still standing. So yeah, maybe we are old and grumpy, but we've earned it. We've lived through that childhood that shaped us, that adulthood that tested us. And now, in our 50s, we're embracing who we are, grumpiness and all. Because if there's one thing Generation X knows how to do, it's survive. And we're going to keep doing just that, even if we have to do it with a little grumble now and then. So if you don't like we're grumpy, and you don't like we're still fighting and that we're still standing, too bad. Shut up, suck it up, and live with it. But until next time, as I always say, stay safe and peace out, everyone.